Hi, I'm Allie. I'm a health and wellness coach, and I primarily specialize in pregnancy and new moms. So if you want to hear what I've found to be helpful throughout pregnancy and being a mom, and follow my quest for an orgasmic birth, please subscribe to my channel for updates and some healthy pregger tips. In this video, I'm going to talk about eating dates. So rumor has it that eating dates towards the end of your pregnancy makes for a faster, easier, and better labor. Oddly enough, the studies that have been done seem to suggest that this is indeed the case. So I'm going to talk about the studies and also let you know my personal opinion. I don't think I ever ate a date until I was pregnant and heard about this. And I really didn't think I'd like them because I never really liked them when they're used in, the paleo bars that I've tried when they're used as a sweetener. I also have a really weird texture thing with a lot of foods, but it turns out I actually loved them on their own. And that's probably because they are quite high in sugar. So that is something to watch out for. They're also fairly expensive. A small box costs something like $6. But I also like them as a treat because they contain fiber, potassium, magnesium, folate, iron, and vitamin K, which are all great to consume in pregnancy. So the claim is that women who eat 75 grams of dates per day in the 3 to 4 weeks prior to their due date will have a faster and easier birth. Who doesn't want that? They're said to improve birth outcomes in regards to cervical ripening, the use of labor induction with oxytocin, and it reduces postpartum blood loss. In one study, women who ate dates 4 weeks prior to their due date were 74% more dilated than non-date eaters at admission to wherever they were giving birth, 38% more likely to have intact membranes, 21% more likely to go spontaneously into labor, 28% less likely to use oxytocin or something else to induce labor, and they experience a 77% shorter first stage of labor. In another study of women who ate dates 3 weeks prior to their due date, they observed 43% lower rates of cesarean section, 51% lower rates of the use of vacuum or forceps. Women were 55% less likely to use oxytocin to induce labor, and they were 68% more likely to have a successful vaginal delivery after getting induced. So that's pretty convincing data, and I understand why people do it. I've also heard stories of people who hate dates but continuously eat them thinking it will solve all of their labor problems. I don't think eating dates should be the only thing you do to prep for labor. If this is you, please do some research on different breathing methods and other ways to improve labor outcomes. Now, some other random benefits of eating dates in and around labor is they do provide you extra energy. So, you're getting the extra sugar as well as the nutrients I mentioned. They're also really easy to sneak into a hospital for a quick snack during labor, especially if your hospital tells you you're not allowed to eat, but you're kind of hungry. Bring your own snacks anyway. They're also a great source of fiber and can offer some relief from constipation, which is very common before and after birth. It's an easier way to satisfy your sweet tooth, and they have long been believed to have therapeutic benefits: anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-tumor, that kind of thing. So again, I think if you like dates and you want to do this, it definitely can't hurt. One caveat is if you have gestational diabetes, definitely check with your doctor since they do contain a high amount of natural sugars, so there will be a rise in your blood sugar. If you don't like dates, I'm not sure it's worth it, and it really might depend on how much you believe in these studies and also how much you dislike dates. You just have to weigh that. Just don't expect to spontaneously go into labor the more dates you eat and be mad if it doesn't happen. There are so many other contributing factors at play. If you're going to try it to achieve the results, the goal is to hit 75 grams a day, which is 6 dates a day if they're the smaller dates and 3 dates a day if they're the large medjool dates. Those are the ones that I use and buy mainly because it's what I can find. They're pretty big. I'll tell you, I did do the date thing during my first pregnancy, and I did not have a shorter labor or go spontaneously into labor. So my advice in general is don't put all your eggs into one basket and think that just eating dates is going to make for a faster, better labor. Prepare yourself in other ways. However, the data is there to say that eating dates in the weeks leading up to birth can help. So if you like eating dates, eat them. If you hate them, I'm sure you can still have an amazing birth without doing this. If you want to try different ways to incorporate them into your diet without eating them straight up, you can definitely find recipes online that use them as a sweetener. I've seen tons of them. I've never really done it because the idea of blending up a date uses sugar. I have other options that I think is easier, but just search for paleo desserts with dates, and I'm sure you will have a plethora of options. So I'll probably be eating some dates again this time around, mostly because they're delicious, but also because I'm trying to do everything I can to have an easier labor. So why not add that to the list? If you've tried this date thing and have experienced positive or negative results, please comment, let us know your experience. And if you want to get more pregger health tips, please subscribe to my channel, Paleo Preggers, and hopefully I will see you next time.